and dive into this training.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Happy December, everybody. I'm so excited. I wait every year for December because, like many of us, my birthday is this month. So I'm just so excited. And I honor and love everybody whose birthday is not this month also. So, love for everybody. December is a funny month too, because it's like the end of the year, which you're also not just planning for this month, but you're also on some level planning for next year. So yay. And also Tasia's joining, yay. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lizelle Zeger. I am in Hawaii. I am a mom, I'm a business owner. I do all these kinds of things. I actually want to share with you today. I had a call with my client one of my clients on Tuesday. And she was like, at the end of our session, she's like, "You're not a coach." And I was like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "Coaches do goal setting and guidance and coaching to get to the end result and attaining it and then going to the next goal. You don't do that. You do so much more." And I was like, "Oh," because for those of you who have known me, I have been calling myself a coach basically since I got certified in 2015. And now I'm like, identity crisis. I'm also turning 40 at the end of this month. So there's a lot that's like up in the air, but this community has kept me grounded, has kept me centered. And I am always so honored to ground and center all of us here as we move into December 2022, welcoming it with open arms and knowing that, you know what, whatever happens, like honestly, anything is liable to happen. So go ahead and repeat with me out loud. Anything is liable to happen. Oh, I don't know about you, but I felt chills because it's true. And we, like, as we are in December 1st, like just feeling the energy of what's possible, it feels like we're on the edge of a cliff and we're ready to fly, but we need a couple things in our like little angel backpack to keep us flying for the duration of this next jump that we're about to take. Ready or not, the jump is coming. So with that, let's get grounded and centered before we fly. So I will guide you through this. Just place your feet flat on the floor and sit in your seat. And go ahead and do something a little bit silly. You're going to take your thigh flesh and move it to the side so that your sit bones can carry you. And you can align your physical energy with the quantum energy that flows all around you and us and brings us all together. So when you're ready, close your eyes and just settle into your seat or in your body if you want to stay sitting up, and just feel your presence taking up space in your body. Just notice that. Acknowledge that. Okay, there. Kind of feel that glow of yourself. Yeah. And then as we move into the ground and center, just know that your energy field goes way past the room that you're in. Okay, so we'll just start there. So go ahead, we're gonna take 3 deep breaths together, in through the nose. And release out the mouth. Imagining your giant energy field. Inhale through the nose. And cleansing, release out the mouth. And breath number 3, inhale through the nose, deep breath in. And hold at the top. And slowly release out the mouth. Just let it go. Keeping your eyes closed, let your body begin to breathe itself. And you can place 1 or 2 hands on your heart. And just be here in your energy as you breathe, as your heart beats. As the thoughts and questions and comments fill your mind, just let them go. Just let them exit the mind for now. They'll be there later, don't worry. And just keep breathing. Breathe into the light that you carry. Breathe into the light of your field. And breathe life into these goals and visions and dreams that you have for yourself and for the future. Beautiful. Let's do one deep breath together, one collective breath. Inhale through the nose. And sigh, release, and release your hands if you put them up out the mouth. And when you're ready, just begin moving your body, wiggling your fingers, your toes. You can roll your head. And when you're ready, blinking your eyes open and coming back to our call today here with Crystal Fuse. When you're back, go ahead and type in the chat how you're feeling and anything that came to you. I almost had some tears of gratitude, and I was feeling some crazy waves, like chills or surges. I don't know if that was me or if that was you. But this room, like where we're at right now, this feels so good. I feel supported energetically, and I feel so excited. Because if you're in here, you're feeling this, and it feels like a delicious pool, and you can just dive in, and it's like a heated pool, and it's just gonna be so lovely. So let's see. Yes, feeling good, ready, present, and relaxed. Weight off myself, beautiful. Feeling relaxed and aware of my body. Yes, even though dogs are fighting in the first spot next to me. That's so cute. Yeah. Feels fuzzy, ready for 2023. Yay! Oh my gosh, there's visions. There's visions here. Oh my gosh, look. And this is the magic of ground and center and meditating with friends. It's the collective energy becomes so strong that things come to us, and they either bounce or things come to us and they take over. It's it's so extreme. But just know that as you continue to practice aligning your energy with love, that's what healing is, by the way. We're going to be doing some healing today. Healing stands for helping energy align with love, if you wanted to write that down. As you align the energy with love, things can get a little bit heightened. And that's what happens when you set goals. You change the trajectory of what's happening right now, and you insert something that's new. And so there needs to be some recalibration. So this is why setting goals with intention is so important. Because like I said in the chat today, goals are energy, they're alive, they have energy. So just like when we speak anything into the air, or when we talk to our water, if you were there for that call and we were manifesting with water, it's programmable. Okay, so you can program these goals with your thoughts, with your intention, and especially with your emotion. So for those of us, okay, I have a question. How many of you have made goals that were so big, you were kind of scared of them? Yeah, okay. Goals that are so big, they tend to be scary and instill fear in our subconscious mind, because our subconscious mind doesn't think that we can do it, and it doesn't know the path, so it gets scared. It goes I don't know how to do this. Who am I to do this? Why am I even thinking of this? Well, That's just how the mind works. And so when we start with creating a goal with intention, we're looking at the big picture versus just what am I going to get out of it? Okay. Because we're here to think bigger, dream bigger, and step forward on our spiritual journey and have support with that. This is the perfect time and place to create and set new goals with intentions because we're at this turn of time, right? The turn of the new month and then the turn of the new year. So let's play with some goals for your business, for your health, for relationships, and then money. So whatever aspect you want to play with, go ahead and think right now, just pick a goal. Maybe it's something that you've had for a long time, or maybe you want to think of something new. And it can be big. It's okay to be big. I'm going to bring you through the process of creating big goals, or the goal can be small. It's up to you. That's all a judgment. But in this workshop today, we're just playing. Okay. We're playing with how to do this. How do I make this work? How do I feel good when I'm doing this? Because the last thing we want is to be scared of our goal. Like, don't be scared of it. You can be excited. You can be a little bit nervous, but don't be scared of it. Okay. And then when you're done writing your goal on your notebook, go ahead and just type 111 in the chat. So I know that you're ready. Oh yeah, just pick one. So business or career, job, health, was it money? Oh, and relationships or relationships. Just pick one. Mm-hmm. And then I'll make mine too. Woo! See some of you sharing your goals with me in direct message. Thank you. I send all the love to it. Okay, so now that you have written a goal, an example goal, I want you to notice, you don't have to share it, okay? You don't have to share it, but notice how you feel when you're looking at it, okay? And share in the chat, like what emotions come up. Is it like nervousness? Is it excitement? Is it joy? Excited and happy. Yeah, good. I feel all right. I feel excited too. Joy. Yay. If someone in here wants to scream. Good. Yeah. Okay. I love that. So Kelly just said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know and I feel it's going to happen. Yes. Yes. And it's not a bad scream, just to clarify. It was like an excited scream, like, ah, like a meme or a GIF or a GIF. Yeah. So when you have this goal that's like big, did anybody write a big goal? Or did anybody write a small goal? Big? Okay, that was confusing. I'm sorry. We have different size goals. What's more important is how you feel. Okay, what's more important is how you feel. If you have doubt, like, I don't know if I'm going to do this, or I don't know if I can, is very different from, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know that I can. Okay, so how to manifest is all about how to let go of that fear, of that doubt. So take a note. If you're feeling doubtful about your abilities Okay. If you're feeling doubtful about your abilities, that is the mind. If you're feeling doubtful about your abilities, that is the mind. I'm feeling chills right now, like a lot. Feeling doubtful about your abilities. Was that for somebody in here? You're feeling doubtful about your abilities. That is your mind. We have a question. Is it bad if you know it excites you, but when you want to start, you don't know how, which makes you nervous? I love it. No, here's what to do though, because that's like the biggest issue, I think, when people are setting goals is they set something and then they're like, oh, I don't know how, I'm nervous. But like, just here, let me share with you something. Because you have that vision to create that goal and you wrote it down, okay? You're creating it. So it probably was not a possibility, or it probably didn't even exist until you thought about it and then wrote it down. The fact that it has been written, it will be done. We just don't know how, because the how is not our job. Yes? Okay. If you believe in a higher power, or if you believe in the power of the universe and God or source or the higher one, they are the ones who manage the how. Okay. Remember, goals are alive. They have energy. So if you're putting this, if you're like, think of like a dove, like a bird, and you're like, okay, this is my goal. And you're like, go fly. And then you actually attached a leash to it. And you're like, wait, I don't know how you're going to fly. Wait, I don't know how you're going to flap all the wings. Then the goal goes, ugh, when are you going to let me go so I can do the thing? And you're like, but I don't know how you're going to fly. And then like, that's self-sabotage. Okay. So if you're listening to the mind, which is fearful, and bringing the energy of the goal down, then it's not going to happen. So know that in your heart, the fact that you saw it, you wrote it, it's going to happen. You have to let it go so it can do its thing. That's part one. Okay. Part two of achieving your goal is inspired action. Okay. So create the goal, set the goal, set it free. Inspired action. There is a lot of misconceptions about manifesting, about achieving your goals, about getting to the next level. You just say it and you write it, and then you meditate under a tree and it's going to happen. That's not true. That's BS. And I'm here to break all of that, because we live in a multidimensional world. We work and create, and we live in the 3D. We also create in the quantum. We also create in the higher realm. So yes, do the higher realm stuff, but also do the 3D stuff. So do the work, okay? Make the calls, send the messages, skip some sleep, and follow up on this or that or that, okay? Make sure that as long as you know in your heart that that goal is meant for you, and that goal is going to bring you to wherever you want to go, it's going to happen, but you have to release the time aspect. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So now that we know that goals are alive, they're like a dove and they fly, and you gotta let it fly. The other thing that you want to do is notice that when you are using a goal to get a specific result or an outcome, that you have to know what comes with that outcome. Okay, so for example, random example, not written on my paper, making your first $1 million, okay? Whatever currency you're in, doesn't matter, whatever number, whatever it is. What comes with having $1 million? What comes with that? What are the people? What are the thoughts? What are the responsibilities? Okay, what are the freedoms that come with it? So look at that result 360. This is the piece that people miss. And they get lost in the fantasy of the $1 million, not realizing that the responsibility, whether it's to family or financial or to the government, whatever comes with that, whatever people that you are karmically tied to now that you've made the $1 million, what that comes with. Okay. So this is like deep stuff, but this will help you ground those huge, huge, huge goals and help you begin to walk towards it versus dreaming and of making affirmations to get there. This is like doing it in the real sense that will give your subconscious mind a place to hold on to and grasp, like handlebars, or like guides as you're walking like on a hike, to keep you safe and keep you inspired as you move forward. So is it paying the price? Yes, you have to pay the cost to be the boss. Yes, this is true. There are positives, there are benefits, and there are negatives. There are drawbacks to everything. And when you can train yourself to see both sides of everything, you will live more balanced, more successful, and more joyful. So the last thing that I want to talk about before I bring it over to Kelly is that as long as you know that setting goals is not the end all be all, it's just one of the tools to get you there, you're good. Make sure that you have your all three eyes open, your two physical eyes and your third spiritual eye open, because everything is energy. And as you shift from, let's call it this timeline to the next level timeline, that in this shift, you have to be more aware and start using your discernment, start surrounding yourself with supportive people who know about what you're in, like whatever field you're in, or know people who have a good vibration, and just be around them and talk to people. Okay. Get advice, have a sounding board, have a team, have a coach, have a mentor, have a sister, a friend, somebody that you can just share everything with, no filter, so that as you move forward, you can more easily let things go that don't serve you. Okay. So that was my portion today of setting goals with intention. And just keeping it real and letting you guys know that as you shift, everything else shifts. Okay, nothing is stagnant. So I hope this helps you guys as you're creating your New Year's resolutions and your goals for the month, and as you create your outlook for 2023. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. And with that, let's pass it back to Kelly.
Thank you, Lizelle. Honestly, like everything you said, I'm about to also just kind of touch on too, because goal setting is so important with knowing where you want your life to go. Like, you got to get clear in your mind first of like, okay, what makes me happy? Like, how have that picture in your mind of what a beautiful life looks like to you, how you want to live your life. So definitely the first step is figuring out how, regardless of what you have going on in your life, everybody's going through something, everybody's has some struggles or some obstacles. So aside from all of that, when you're in bed and you're like closing your eyes and you're envisioning like what that life looks like for you, get so clear on what that is for you, because it's different for everybody, right? There's this one quote that I came across, and it says, the real value of setting goals is not the recognition or reward. It's the person we become by finding the discipline, courage, and commitment to achieve them. So achieving goals is about you developing yourself. Like, if you know you want to have something you've never had before, you know that you have to become someone you've never been before. So those old habits, like, I don't know, watching Netflix or jamming out to music in the car when you're on car rides. I'll give you guys some examples. Like, when I was really on the rise of like my grind and my come up, I was not watching Netflix. I was substituting watching Netflix with studying successful people on YouTube. So like it's all free information. We all have access to Google. We all have access to YouTube. I started, instead of watching Netflix, researching and studying successful people. And then even in the car, like I literally stopped listening to music, and like I love music, but for 1 month straight, it's so crazy. I wanted to give myself like a little experiment. For 1 month, whenever I was in the car, I did not listen to music. I listened to podcasts or frequency music. So if you guys aren't familiar with frequency music, it's literally just a beat. It's a hertz, it's a frequency, and you can find them all over YouTube. You can put like frequency music. You can search specific ones like 432, yes, 528. There's like so many different frequencies. And what frequencies do is they're sound waves. So they stimulate your brain, and it helps you with even focusing, centering yourself, aligning yourself and your chakras. So I did that for a month where I'm like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice not listening to music when I'm in the car or working out. And I can tell you guys, in my online business, it grew so much. So I'm like, wow, like it's so crazy that these little daily habits, these little daily switches in our habits will make such a big difference. And for some people, you might not see it right away or feel it right away, but 60 days from now, 90 days from now, with the consistency, you will start to see changes. It's inevitable. It's for sure. It's bound to happen. So um just a little food for thought about that. And having goals that we're passionate about gives us something to look forward to every day, every morning when we wake up. Not having goals, they say, is an excellent recipe for average living, right? Just like, doing the minimum, doing what you have to do. Just go to your job, go home, take care of the family, go to sleep, and repeat, right? But if you want a little bit more than that, if you want to be able to go on vacation 2 times a year with your family, or be able to buy yourself this or buy yourself that and not have to stress about lack of money, then that's where we got to start setting goals that like we're passionate about. That you got to get to a point sometimes where like you get sick of your own crap, where you're just like, okay, like I'm tired of like living life how like I've been living life, and I've been there. Maybe some of you have been there too, where you felt like, nah, there has to be more. Like this is not it. Like I don't want this. I want better. I want more. When you reach that point, you got to get real with yourself and ask yourself if you're going to be willing to sacrifice hanging out with friends, if you're going to be willing to sacrifice Netflix, if you're going to be willing to sacrifice whatever it is that you do on your free time to do things that you know it's new to you, and you might not want to do it, but you know that you need to do it because you know that you need to evolve into a higher version of yourself. So you should be doing this and that, but instead you're not. So you got to get to that point of like having that talk with yourself of like, no, starting tomorrow, I'm going to set my alarm at 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, whatever it is. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be thankful that I had a bed to sleep in, and I get to wake up and I get to do what I have planned to do. And then that's where I'm going to get into like setting goals. So a few steps. Well, first of all, why is it even important to set goals? It increases your happiness. Because you guys know when you set a goal and you achieve it, you feel good, like you feel accomplished. It's you get such a like a good feeling about it. So remind yourself of that. Okay, if I set myself this goal and I do it, I know I'm going to be happier. It's going to increase my happiness. It's going to benefit you and your future, and it creates a vision for your life of what your life can look like or what your business can look like, whatever your goal is. And then that is the push that you start pushing yourself to reach the goals. So I'm going to give you guys 4 steps with like setting a goal with intention. Number 1 is to identify the goal or the desire. So identifying your desire is the first step in the intention setting process. It can be big or small, just like Lizelle is saying. You can make small goals or big goals, totally up to you. But make it specific. Like, my goal is to buy a new car, or it can be more general, like living in the moment. And most people, they tend to stop there when it comes to intention setting, but digging a little deeper to understand the feeling beneath the desire or the goal um, is super important. Like, aligning yourself with, how am I going to feel once I achieve this goal? And this is something that I do, is when I'm setting a goal, I'm already envisioning me doing it. So I'm already putting myself in the emotion of it being done, and I feel good. So then, as I'm doing the action steps that I need to do to achieve the goal, I'm doing it in like a high frequency and a high vibration because I'm happy to do it. There are some people that aren't happy to do it and aren't happy to take the action steps. And then they wonder why they don't usually achieve their goals. And it's because you're not happy doing it. You should be so grateful that you're able to do it. You're capable to do it. Your body's capable to do it. You have a fully functioning body to be able to do it. You can control your mind. You're able to do it. So putting yourself in that state of like happiness and gratitude that I'm going to take the action steps to do this, even though I'm going to dread the action steps, I'm going to be happy that I get to do the action steps. So that is super important also when you're identifying your goal. Number 2, get clear on who you have to be to achieve your goal. This one is one of my favorites. Is like, who do I have to become in order to make X amount of money? If I want to make $10,000 a month, who do I have to become to make $10,000 a month? I know I'm going to have to gain so much more knowledge. I'm going to have to give out so much more value. And I know that I'm going to have to switch my daily habits to healthier habits, more productive habits. Goals are about doing, and intentions are about being. And when you focus on who you need to be to achieve the goal, the doing becomes easier. So to do this, you guys can journal, write down some qualities that you would like to embody that will support you in achieving your goal. So actually, we can take like 2 minutes right now to write down maybe a few qualities that you believe you need to adapt in order to reach the goals that you have, whether that's being more consistent, being more disciplined with your food choices, maybe listening to a podcast every day or reading a couple pages of your book every day. Write down just some things that you know that you need to do in order to become the person that you need to be to achieve the goal that you have set. So let's do that for like 2-3 minutes. I'll play a little music while we do that. And if you guys have questions or anything, feel free to drop it in the chat. Do it, do it, do it, do it. What are some qualities? What are some things you guys are going to need to start doing so that you can be that person? Everybody's tuning to it. Everybody's tuning to it. Everybody. One more minute. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Everybody's turning to it. Everybody's turning to it. Everybody. Okay, so now that you guys wrote down some things that you know that you need to do, the next step is to set action steps. So number 3 is set action steps. So for example, if you know one of your goals is to lose weight, let's say it's a fitness goal to lose weight, you know that some action steps are to obviously go to the gym and let's say do cardio. So I'm saying this because actually right now, that's one of my goals is to get more fit, get more tone, get strong. So every single day since I set this goal a week ago, I've been going to the gym. I've been doing 20 minutes cardio, 20 minutes weights, and I've been holding myself accountable. And I have such a love hate with the gym. Like, I dread going. I love how I feel after because I feel, for me, the gym is like a feeling. Like, I don't care so much the image and how I look, but it's how I feel. Like, I want to feel strong and I want to feel fit and like I want to feel flexible. I don't want to feel like lazy and slouchy and weak and all that. So I set that goal, and no matter what, I know I dreading the actions, but I set the action steps of, okay, I'm going to discipline myself every single day that I'm going to be in the gym for 40 minutes, 20 minutes cardio, 20 minutes weights. And it's almost like making a promise to yourself. When you set your action steps, you set a promise to yourself. And then obviously if you have a partner that is someone that can hold you accountable, that's also amazing. If you feel like you struggle with like it's easy to let yourself down type of thing, because it is easy to let ourselves down, but it's hard to let other people down. So if you feel like you're that type of person where like, you'll make excuses for yourself and like you're fine with letting yourself down, but when it comes to letting someone else down, you feel like crap, go and find yourself an accountability partner with your goals. So share your goals with someone, whether it's someone in the chat or one of your friends or family, and then let them know that every single day you guys want to hold each other accountable, whether they want to share their goals with you or if you're just sharing with them. Let them know, like, this is it, like, this is my goals, this is my plan, and I would love it if you can hold me accountable, like every single day, check in on me, or just ask me like, did I do this? Because then I guarantee you, if you don't do it and you tell them and they ask you and you tell them, no, I didn't do it, like you're gonna kind of feel like crap, and the next day you're gonna make sure that you do it. So that's a good little tip, that I recommend if you feel like you're kind of like that. Find yourself in what we call an accountability partner. And then number 4, shift any negative thinking. Shift any negative thinking. So if any negative thought comes across your mind with achieving your goals, it's going to come. We're humans. We, it's human, it's in our human nature to have some doubts and have some fears, but it's what you do when those emotions come. So me, to this day, I'll get discouraged or I'll get a negative emotion or I'll doubt myself. But because my awareness level is higher than it used to be, I'll catch myself like, okay, I'm thinking negatively. This is just a thought. Thoughts come and go. I'm gonna whatever feel what I need to feel, but let me get back on track with the vision and my dream and my goals of the life that I want. So I'll catch myself. I'll feel it, I'll feel negative or I'll feel the emotion, but then I'll snap out of it. I'll tell myself like, okay, cool. Like I just cried for an hour or whatever. And now back to like, what am I gonna do about it? Like, what am I gonna do about my life? Because I can sit here and cry all day and do nothing about it, or I can let it all out, whatever I need to, and then figure out like what I'm going to do to make myself happy, to make my life better. And that's different for everybody, right? So um also, what is it? What do I have here? Not believing that the intention is actually possible for you is another common intention setting challenge, which can delay the intention from manifesting. So, if you dwell too much on that negative emotion, it can also delay from the goal actually manifesting and happening. So, if this is the case for you, try reframing your mindset to ensure your beliefs align with your goals. So we do that by finding evidence in support of it already happening in our current reality. For example, if you intend to find love in a partner, but you don't believe it's possible, look for where love is already present in your life. Or if you want to be successful in your business, but you've never been successful in your business, look for people around you who are successful in business and communicate with them, become friends with them, engage with them online, like get close with them. Because you guys know the quote, you are like the five closest people to you. Who you spend your time with, those people, you guys are most likely the same. So I'll give you guys an example. If like there's a bunch of guys and they're into cars, and like let's say you're the fifth person and you're hanging out with all these guys that are into cars, most likely you're going to be into cars too. Or if all your girls are into makeup, most likely you're going to be into makeup too, because by default you're chilling with your girls, they're all into makeup, you're going to be into makeup too. If the people are around you are kind of like not really doing anything with their lives and they're just chilling, smoking, drinking, most likely you're going to be just chilling, smoking and drinking. So be very mindful of like who you're associating yourself with, who you're spending your time with. Look at your peers as a reflection of like who you are, and if you want to be like that, if you want to be like them. I actually had to do this a lot this past year, where I had to look at my friends and ask myself like, how do they live their lives? Like, how are they on a daily? What kind of people are they? Like, aside from the love that I have for them, because I have so much love for my friends, but I had to really get real with like, what I want to switch shoes with you, like what, like would I be okay with that? Like would I be happy? Or like, do I start time blocking and like setting times of like, okay, like I love you, but like I don't align with how you are, so I'll make time for you for like 2 hours every week or whatever to like hang out. But like more than that, I can't afford to, because I have big goals and big dreams. And for me to actually be able to achieve them, I have to be around people that have big goals and big dreams and that are willing to put in the work to actually do it, and that actually do it. Like they actually do it. So that was a big wake up call for me. And for those of you that do know me, I started my online business 3 years ago, and then actually just for this past year I had it on hold for like 10 months. I didn't work my online business. I was very thankful because I did build it up to a certain level where I was still making a full-time income with it, not doing anything, but I wasn't working the business. And now that I'm working the business again, it's giving me purpose. Like I have purpose. I love to help people make money online. And because I wasn't doing it for the 10 months, I was kind of like figuring myself out, figuring out my life, figuring out all the relationships around me. took a break. I literally took a break, but it was so needed for me to align myself to get to the point where I'm at now. And some people might say, like, oh, like, I can't believe like you're still doing it, doing this business and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, because I'm actually passionate about it, because I actually like it. And there, some people are even surprised, oh, you still use like the brand's products and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, consistently for like 3 years. I love the brand that I'm working with. And yeah, just, everybody's on their own path. I want you guys to know, like, everybody's going through something. Everybody's on their own journeys. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't compare yourself, because no one in this Zoom meeting or in our community or in life in general is like you and has gone through you and is not you. So give yourself that peace of mind and that grace of like, okay, like, I just need to know that I can do this because I have the power within myself to do it. I can control only me. Everything else is out of my control. So let me just not even stress and worry about it. Life is always going to do its thing. Life is always going to hit you with something. Trust me, in this past year, life has just been hitting me in like every freaking part of my body. But I'm just like, this is life. Like, I know that me going through this, when you guys go through obstacles and struggles, remind yourself that it's building your character. Remind yourself that it's making you stronger, that it's making you wiser. Everything that I've gone through this past year, I'm just like, wow, like that was a whole pile of crap, but like, wow, like I'm still alive, I'm still here, I'm still pushing, I'm still me, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and it's made me stronger and it's made me wiser. And now I can apply all the wisdom and strength that I've learned to keep pushing forward. And the more that you guys are even open about your thoughts and how you think and how you overcome things, that has so much power. If you guys like helping people, help people by teaching people through your experiences. That's literally what Lizelle does. That's literally what I do, is like, we literally just teach people and help people and guide people through our own life experiences, so that you guys can get a little bit ahead or get a little bit of more wisdom with like knowing how to navigate and go through what you're going through, versus having to do it on your own and like not having that guidance and support. It's hard. It's harder. So that's why I'm always so thankful, like, for us, for our community, and just being able to share this space and like truly like being passionate about like this. Like, I love this. Like, this fills my cup as much as you guys are like, you're filling my cup, like you're teaching me. It's actually filling my cup because I'm actually walking in my purpose. Like, I'm doing something that I love to do. So I appreciate you guys so much. We're doing these calls every Thursday. Not next week. Actually, I think for the next 2 weeks we're on. We're just off for the week of Christmas. So there's not going to be a call for the week of Christmas. But for the next 2 Thursdays, where we have our topics set already. If you guys haven't checked in our Crystal Fuse chat, if you click on the top and then click media, there's a schedule there. So we dropped a schedule there so you can see what the topics are each week. You just press the Crystal Fuse chat, and then you just press, so this is the chat, you just press on the top, and then you just press media, and then the flyer is somewhere here. It's right here. Right there. So here, I know it's like kind of bright, but if you guys click there next week, we're talking about the do's and don'ts of manifesting. So that's an exciting topic. Also, I'm going to touch on the crystal of the week as pyrite. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. Has anyone ever came across, look, Lizelle has her pyrite ready. I love it. I'm in the process of moving, so all my crystals are like somewhere in a box still. So I need to find them and bring them out. But there, Lizelle has it right there. So this crystal is, some of its properties is for manifestation. willpower, action, creativity, prosperity, intellect, focus. It promotes leadership, protection, and good fortune. So back in the day, people used to actually mistake this crystal for gold because it really looks like it's called like fool's gold. They would call it fool's gold because it's not actually gold, but if you guys can see, it has hints of like, it almost looks like gold. And like so everything is energy, right? I'm energy, you're energy, the chair I'm sitting on is energy, everything is energy. So these stones were created from the earth, like the earth literally like created these stones, so they do have very special, powerful energies that come with them. And one of my favorite ways to just work with crystals is just like having them around you, touching them, having them in your pocket, in your bra, like wherever, just like being in contact with it. And pyrite also helps to guard against ongoing control, criticism, and manipulation. So it helps you guard you from that. It overcomes intellectual fatigue due to overwork and tiredness of the nervous system. It helps to stimulate the blood flow to the brain, increasing mental clarity and focus. And pyrite encourages leadership qualities. So if you guys feel like, maybe you're lacking in some of those fields, pyrite is an amazing stone to have with you so that you can absorb that energy to help you guide you in those categories and areas of life. So that's the crystal of the week. Next week we have a different crystal. It's I don't know right now off the top of my head, but it's in the schedule. Clear quartz. Clear quartz is also a master crystal, so that one's bomb. I also did drop a sale for my crystal fused bottles, so they're $5. They're $55.55, 555 angel numbers. So if you guys wanted to purchase, it's going to be on most likely until Sunday midnight, so for the weekend. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this call. I'm so excited to just continue growing with you guys. And Alyssa, I seen you just joined the chat, so I'm happy you came on and you're on camera and everything. It's nice to meet you. Where are you from? Why don't we where are you from in the world?
Lebanon.
Lebanon, no way. What? Wow. So we got Lebanon, we got Colombia, we got Hawaii, we got Sierra, you're in Florida? And then Linda, I'm not sure where you're from, but I'm from Toronto, I'm from Canada. So I love that literally every single person on this call is from a different part of the world, which is amazing. This is why I love this. So welcome. But yes, we'll be doing these calls every Thursday. I'll see you guys in the chats. Yes, Lizelle recorded this call, so she will drop it once it's ready, and I'll see you guys in the chat. We'll stay connected there until next Thursday. But take care, guys. Have a good night.